And now, straight from the horse's mouth, our Neil Young News Report.
Smell the horse on this one.
With this week's update from ThrashersWheat.org, here's Thrasher.
Hey, Thrasher here with this week's Neil Young news, and we're looking around the fields for fresh wheat, and hope everyone had a very nice Valentine's Day this week. Certainly for Neil Young fans, Valentine's Day tends to be a pretty special day. If you follow his songs, there's a lot of love there. We featured the Harvest Moon song video on the blog this week, and we picked that because, Harvest Moon seems to come up almost as frequently as Heart of Gold as sort of like the prototypical Neil Young love song, and certainly has gotten a lot of airplay over the years, and seems to show up in a lot of people's personal lives that we've chronicled on the blog over the years in terms of how meaningful and important it is as a wedding first dance song, or a song that people propose to, and a song that people play at funerals, and just really an amazing song, and really seemed to resonate there on Valentine's Day. So for everybody out there, hope you had a nice Valentine's Day, and peace and love and all that good stuff. So anyway, kind of moving on here. So this week, it was interesting, kind of the reaction to Neil Young's cover of Born in the USA at the Bruce Springsteen Music Cares event out in Los Angeles last week during Grammys weekend. Or more to the point, the almost total non-reaction to Neil Young and Crazy Horse covering Born in the USA. Obviously, Neil Young was not born in the USA. He was born in Ontario, Canada, and in fact had a song last year on Psychedelic Pill that pointed out the fact that he was born in Ontario. So we thought we'd hear a lot from Canada and folks up in the North region there about this sort of AWOL move by Neil in terms of seeing this, but just didn't really seem to make us sound at all up in Canada in terms of media reaction. I guess maybe they weren't paying attention, or maybe they just took the song as sort of a goof for what it was. Anyway, so what else is going on? It seems like Linkfold is sort of moving along, as it always has been for many years now. Apparently it was down in Los Angeles for the Grammys, outfitted with Pono, or there was some Pono connection with Linkfold and Neil being there with the music industry. So we'll have to see what's going on. It's certainly been quiet as we've been reporting, and so it seems like a lot of his side projects are keeping him busy. Otherwise, we had a clip of Farm Aid, 1985, which was the first year that they had Farm Aid. We had that YouTube posted on Thrashers Wheat this week, and it was interesting. I guess the Farm Aid folks had unearthed it because it was a nice interview that took place there at the 1985 Farm Aid in Illinois. And Neil was looking really fine, and he was really pumped up and enthusiastic about the first Farm Aid. And it's interesting to watch that and just how enthusiastic he was and how excited he was about the whole event. And they had him up there in the skybox looking out over whatever it was, 80,000 folks in the crowd there, and he was pretty thrilled. So check that out if you didn't. Otherwise, we've got marches coming up, and there will be a tour down in Australia and New Zealand, and see what comes out of the set list for that. And otherwise, everybody, take care. We've got the podcast linked over on the right sidebar. Check that out if you missed this week's show and want to listen to it again. Otherwise, check out some music from the 1980s here on WBKM. A new show has been added to the roster, so we're excited about another fellow program here at WBKM, and so everybody have a great week and keep on rocking.